Um, bro, why is my For You page just filled with people who have no clue what they're talking about? Get me out of here, man. Fuck. You know what? Okay, does anyone know how you can like block a channel on YouTube? Oh, never mind, I got it. Never mind. Yeah. Ooh, perfect 300. Farming. Ah, man. Fuck. Bro. Oh my god. Now that I saw Saber's best in slot teammates, and I know she can use the E1 bubbin. Oh. I've been waiting for someone to use the E1 bubbin, man. Hello, person. Guys, I've been waiting for someone to use the E1 bubbin, and she's finally here. What do I do, man? What set would Saber even use? She seems to be an ult nuker. So if she's an ult nuker, is there like an ult nuke set in this game? I think Scholar is like skill, no? Sunday best in slot with another character? Yeah, we never saw that one happening. I mean, it'll probably be Sunday Cereja when Cereja comes out too, but... fuck my life. Is this really worth it? It does increase ult damage. But I don't... like, she sounds like an ult nuker. Like, I don't know. Phanon set, probably. Doesn't Phanon set... Doesn't Phanon set only, like... It'll only work with Sunday with the team, no? If you're running, like, Robin plus something else. Because they said, Saber charges her ult through other characters on the team casting their ults. So, another fucking gimmick-ass character. So this makes me believe she's an ult nuker. I feel like she could use Scholar, no? Guess I'll just have to wait. Why didn't you just ran Phanon, Scent, or Eagle? Eagle? I mean, she doesn't sound like she's gonna ult all that often. I don't think she'd want Eagle. Like, all she's really benefiting from is the 10% wind damage. And, like, a little bit of action advance. But, like, action advance for her probably won't do anything. Because she has an ult gimmick. Like, action advance for your own teammates is more important. Yeah, She gets enhanced skills every time your team ults. Something like that. Um, if that's true, it would be Scholar then. It would 100% be Scholar. Saber gets the enhanced skill based on the number of ultimates used by allies. Okay, yeah, it's Scholar. Her best in slot thing will be Scholar. Time to start farming the fuck out of Scholar now. Well, actually, I could just fucking throw my herd as relics, no? Look at this. Quad crit roll. Quad crit roll. We don't talk about the body. I'd assume you'd run -1 with Sunday. Crystal, where, I would not use Izuma, though. Yeah, I think Saber, well, actually, nah. Okay, so I'm not gonna trust a random commenter all that much. But, like, it's normal for these Telegram channels to not, to, like, be far ahead compared to the Reddit, so I'm not sure, but someone commented that when Saber ults, she gives team-wide healing. So that's why the best in slot supports was triple harmony. I'm not, like, obviously, like, there's a 99% chance it's wrong, but I think you just run Sunday, Saridra, Robin, or Tribby. I have some insane double crit Scholar sets on Gucci. Oh yeah, it would be yeah. Yeah. Well, I think Saber would be the same thing as SP Don Hung, no? Like currently it would be Hyacine. But wouldn't Saber benefit the same way Phanon benefits from future SP Don Hung because of him putting summons on people? Like you'd get the 50% more damage bonus. So I don't think pulling Hyacine is like the greatest thing to do. I feel like if you're running anyone with Sunday in this game that doesn't like need healing, you just run the Don Hung preservation when he comes out. Is Hyacine better than most of DPS in the game? Um, no. No. She's strong and can be ran as a DPS, but she's like, I don't know, like V2 DPS level, maybe even less. I seriously doubt SP Don Hung will do that. I mean, we already got it leaked though, person. Like this is the entire reason why people were talking about like what's it called? The Sunday Phanon synergy being unbricked because of the fact that he gains 1 stack from energy, and if SP Don Hung puts summons on all allies on the team to like protect the characters, is what the leak was, then you'd get 50% more damage bonus from Sunday. Although Hyacine can get ult pretty quick, no? Can't Hyacine get ult pretty quick? Like, I think Hyacine might be better for stack charge, maybe? Or, like, for, getting Saber's enhanced skill compared to SP Don Hung, maybe. Because I do think Hyacine with ER rope, especially after the ER requirements got nerfed for her ult, she can get 3-turn ult pretty consistently. And at 200 speed, which is normal for E0S1, that's 3 turns in the first cycle. Yeah, I'm mostly saying it because of like how fast she is. Like she can take advantage of ulting, you know, decently often. But it all depends on SP Don Hung in all honesty. I just want the beta to come out already, man. I guess we're farming Scholar then, guys. Let's go farm Scholar. Scholar. Oh, and I get Sunday relics at the same time. Win-win. Oh yeah, Hyacine's best in slot for a lot of characters in this game. Actually, even characters with skill point issues, like you're not gonna have 100% ult uptime, but the ult uptime doesn't really matter if you're not running her in a max HP, you know, DPS team. You can just basic with Light Cone, and Eco will constantly take turns. Oh yeah, TJ. I mean, to be fair, it's just like gacha in general. Like a lot of people in my chat have told me that they don't like watching me play Fortnite because it's like kind of disorienting for them. What makes SP Don Hung better than Hyacine? It's because Sunday is being leaked as best in slot for Saber. Oh my god. Sunday's being leaked for best in slot Saber, and the current SP Don Hung leak is that he can put summons on all allies on the team, like a dragon summon. And this would allow you to get 50% more damage bonus from Sunday's kit, because he gives 30% damage bonus to normal DPSs, and then characters with summons get 80%. Why is it always Sunday? Tell me about it, Kiwi. Tell me about it. Yeah, you get an extra 50% damage bonus, which in most cases for like most characters is like a straight up 20% overall DPS increase. Like that's what a Noxa gives, by the way. I think a Noxa gives 50% damage bonus when you run him, like his trace, when you run double erudition. That's around a 20% overall DPS increase for Herta. Sunday Doom posters are kicking the air. On yesterday's stream, I showed chat my video from 5 months ago saying don't skip Sunday, you're gonna regret it. And in that video I literally said please pull this man. The only character, by the way, I've ever made a video on and called a genuine like must pull. And people were doubting me. They're like, yo, this is the next Sparkle, man. Next Sparkle. Now look. I really hope Sarija is Sunday 2.0. Well, the problem with Sarija, like obviously you can use them separately, but with the current small leak we have of Sarija, her best in slot team would be with Sunday. So you're still gonna be using Sunday on one specific team with Sarija the entire time. Now this might be able to free up like a Robin or Tribby or something for your second team, but Sunday Sarija would just be it. Enough Sunday. Yeah. By the way, guys, the reason I didn't stream way earlier was not because I got better sleep. It was because I was lurking in the Fractured Shores Discord for Woowa. Oh yeah. Does Sunday's E1 actually work like that though? Like, does anyone actually have like a like proof of Sunday's E1 gives the defense shred even on the character? Because I always kind of assume that the defense shred is just on the memo sprite or the summon, and not on the actual character. Because if that's true, my E1 Sunday becomes even stronger. It's only 15%? Yeah, I know. But I'm asking about, like, if you add a character with, like, a summon and memo sprite, do they take advantage of the memo sprite's defense shred or nah? It's 40% on the summon? Yeah. Unfortunate. Unless SP Don Hung's summon does a fuck ton of damage. Oh, wait. If SP Don Hung puts dragon summons on all allies on field, wouldn't that mean that maybe SP Don Hung would probably give the characters, like, okay, hear me out, right? SP Don Hung, he puts dragon summons on all your allies. The dragon summons basically absorb all the damage taken from when you're attacked, and then the summon is on the action bar and will eventually dish out all the damage it received. What do you guys think about that? You think that could be, like, possible? Because he is preservation, so it kind of makes sense. Like, the reason I'm saying this, by the way, is because imagine it this way, right? SP Don Hung, the dragon absorbs all damage taken, eventually makes its own move and dishes out the damage, right? Phanon in his enhanced transformation has an enhanced skill where he taunts all enemies and makes them act against him, and Phanon constantly counterattacks back. So I'm saying this because the Phanon synergy would be, like, there for that. Separate path. Sounds like you're trying hard to justify E1 Sunday. No, this isn't for E1 Sunday. I was thinking of it because of Phanon's counterattack, like, that he has in his transformation state. The dragon would eat up just a fuck ton of damage from Phanon, taunting the enemies and hitting him. And then the dragon would do a lot of fucking damage. Phanon has a counterattack? Yeah. He has 3 enhanced skills in his transformation state. I believe one's normal blast, the other one's bounce, and the other one is taunting all enemies to immediately take action and attack him, and then he'll counterattack with that one. Reroll? Alright. Um, There's nothing to do, right? Yeah, there's nothing to do. Just gotta wait until the APOC shadow reset that I'll just instantly clear when it comes out. You know what? I'll do one pull on an Oxa. I'll do one pull on him, okay? I'll do one pull. Bricked. Bricked account, EOS. Black screen for a little bit, guys. I'm gonna go on ZZZ. Oh, really, Blade? Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. Let me think. Would it be possible for Phanon to instantly get ult right after leaving it with only 3 actions left from the teammates? Probably not, no. He needs 12 stacks. Okay, let me think about it. He needs 12 stacks. Oh, whoops, wrong game. He needs 12 stacks. Sunday action advance, which is 1 stack. Let's say Sunday gives ult. That's 3 stacks. Phanon takes a turn. Skill gives 2. Saridra buff makes him take another turn. That's 7. Saridra gives buff. That's 8. Ah, it's not enough. That's where Robin comes in. Yeah, if you run, yes, a stainless with Robin. Yeah, you're right. Sustainless with Robin, I think might be able to get you that second ult in the first cycle. Robin, Saridra, Phanon. Yep. That's actually really strong, though. Like, you guys got to put it into perspective, right? Saridra is going to make Phanon take double the turns in his enhanced transformation. And if you run Sustainless, you can get 2 ults off. Meaning you can make Phanon take 32 turns in the first cycle. Like, well, actually, if Phanon's HP falls too low, he'll instantly leave his transformation state. So unless it heals him up when he transforms, if he keeps the same low HP amount he has before going in, then it might be not possible. It would just kick him out after a few turns or whatever. Who is Irene best in slot for? No clue. No leaks. Probably March 7th, though. Does Phanon have an Eidolon that heals him more? No. E1, if I remember correctly, is just like res pen and something else. And then E2 is extra turns, and he does a percentage more compared to the original damage done. There's nothing about healing him. Oh yeah, his light cone does heal him though. I believe his light cone is that every time he attacks, he gets some HP back. So that's probably the light cone shill right there. Do you see the damage calcs for every team with Hyacine Tribby? Nope. Oh yeah, at least not for now, Kiwi. At least not for now. Time to brain dead. Oh, so few casters averages 14 million damage per cycle with everyone E0S1. Jeez. Are you pulling Yeesh 1 or Astra Yao? No, I already have Astra. Which reminds me, I probably should have just put Astra there, but whatever. So if you pull Saber and Feign on, you're just gonna have to pick and choose? Yeah. Like, it's the same dilemma I'm going through on HSR right now. Because My Day has the exact same best in slot team. He's also gonna want Sunday Saridra at some point. So, I mean, yep. This is why I was kind of talking about it, like, why I'm not that happy about E2S1 My Day, other than the fact that he got the most brick synergy out of all the HP scalers with Hyacine. He also just shares the same best in slot teammates as a bunch of the upcoming better characters than him. So it's like, it is an E2S1 My Day, don't get me wrong. But you really got to think about it. I truly just wouldn't be surprised if E0S1 Phanon in his future best in slot team is better than an E2 My Day. I just wouldn't be surprised. Like E2 My Day, there is not a single healer in this game that can actually get anywhere near to taking full advantage of My Day's E2. Like, I don't know what Hoyo's cooking, man. No, not at all aquatic. Luocha's buff will make him heal to full with E. That doesn't matter. For E2, that doesn't fucking matter. E2 will convert a maximum of 40 charge towards his God Slayers. Currently, the max any healer can do is like 20. Like, because there is no limited single target healer in this game, and Hyacine is pure AoE, there is no one who can actually take advantage of My Day Z2 in this game. And I haven't seen any plans of a single target healer in the works. So I think My Day is just straight up like I keep in mind I knew My Day would have worse synergy with Hyacine compared to Castris. I didn't think it would be this bad. I truly just didn't. I had no clue it would be this bad. Isn't Luocha the only one who comes close? No. Luocha is basically fighting against Gallagher for best single target healer for My Day. And I'm pretty sure Gallagher actually wins most of the time. Now, my personal issue on my account was that I have an E0 Gallagher. So, I can't even, like, I don't even have an E2 Gallagher to use, so I'd just rather use Luocha. I mean, I don't care about being able to zero cycle with My Day. I am talking about his future value. It is bricked. It's the worst of any of the V3 DPSs. He'll still be able to clear, obviously. He'll still be strong. But Castris will probably last like twice as long as a My Day in the meta. And that's why I regret getting him E2. Wouldn't it be the same with Castris though? No. Because Castris will be able to fully use Ceridra, and her synergy with Hyacine is god tier. Like, you guys don't understand this. Outside of the fact that Hyacine increases Castris' ult charge a shit ton, since it's AoE healing and the entire team is healthy, and this means Castris can, drain more HP when she takes her turns. Hyacine is a sub DPS on that team. There is no sub DPS on a My Day team. She has better synergy, already does more damage by herself than My Day, and has Hyacine doing way more damage on her team. Preservation Dawn Hung is a sub DPS. Why in the world would you use Preservation Dawn Hung with My Day? Cassie the goat, and if Siren is a support, it's only getting better. Yeah. Never mind, I meant Phanon. Oh, I see. Yeah, Phanon can take full advantage of preservation. Don't know. I mean, the thing is, Hyacine doesn't even complete the team yet. Like, Castrus's best in slot will also be Cerebro when she comes out. Like, I remember us having a talk with Chad about this, but especially when you're running it with Hyacine, who can keep the team healthy pretty consistently, you could 100% use Cerebro with Castrus. Ceredra is also probably going to have her own damage that's better than RMC as well. Since every single recent support has had their own kind of damage, and she's leaked to be Remembrance again. So more damage, probably another sub DPS on the Castrus team. Gives Castrus double the amount of turns to drain more HP for her dragon ults. Like, oh my god. No, Ceredra doesn't consume HP. She doesn't need to. Double turns, yep. Double turns. More consistent than RMC without needing to constantly skill either. With probably better buffs and better damage. Like, the Sunday Ceredra comp is going to be a best in slot for most teams in this game. uh, isn't E1 Ruan May better than E0 Tribi for a Hyacine Casters team? No. That calc that has them on a similar level doesn't account for actual gameplay. One, if you're running with Gallagher, running with Tribi will lead to a much more massive gap in ult generation. Two, it doesn't account for Tribi's own damage either. Ruan Mei is like the second best option, but Tribi is better. Yeah. E0 Tribi. Like, I remember people were coping when Tribi came out. Get E1 or bricked. If you don't get E1, she's just a small Ruan Mei upgrade. Like, everybody always does this when they want to skip a character. Every fucking time, man. Like, people are doing it with Chakona right now on Wuwa. And oh my god, if I could show the TC calcs right now, oh my god, man. The amount of Doom posting going on for Chakona, if you could see the gap, you, like, oh yeah, I understand. It's normal to skip Chakona. I'm just talking about the people trying to doom post Chakona, spreading misinformation like, oh, she's only 10% better. It's not another Zanny Peeb situation. She's only 15% better, right? It's a lot currently. Obviously, it can change in future versions, so that's why I'm not making a video on it. But I don't mind talking about it on stream all that much. Currently, it is 49%. The best free to play option teammate versus Chacona's S0R1 is 49%. No weapon is around 30 plus percent. Cartethia got nerfed. She didn't got nerfed. The weapon just lost 5% HP, which is like barely anything. It is a nerf, but it's very, very slight. Yeah. Why are you doing this quest? This barely gives any primos. I didn't do it on purpose. I got fucking caught in the crossfire while walking around. Although I will say, Cartethia seems to have better team options with other limited characters because of how much stronger Cartethia is solo. There haven't been many calcs done for this yet, but you can run Cartethia plus another DPS, and there's currently some weird tech in CN actually where there seems to be like a bug, something that I don't think is intended. You can run Gion, Cartethia, and Mortefi, and there's some heavy attack tech that you can spam while being in Floridalist, and it's currently calced higher than her best in slot team, which I do think they're gonna, probably change that. It reminds me of like when Castris could do infinite ults at one point. Like, I don't think it's intended by the game at all. Yeah. Also, we got the Wuwa character leaks of Augusta and Unuo, and Unuo is leaked to be an Arrow Gauntlet user. So, high chance this is either finally, right, the prophesized Gion support, or higher chance it's the Arrow Rover support. So, yeah, we might be getting an Arrow Rover, sorry, not support, replacement. Arrow Rover replacement by Unuo. I mean, we don't actually know what she does, Ozma. It's just that if she's Arrow, it's only going to go one of two ways. Either Arrow support, because she doesn't seem to be a DPS, and I doubt we're going to get another Arrow DPS right after Cartethia, or it's Arrow Rover replacement. And to be honest, it makes sense. Like, you got to understand, this is the Sentinel Resonator. Like, being reliant on having the MC to be at 6 arrow erosion stacks is just bullshit. Like, there needs to be another option to increase it to 6. So this is probably to fix that. SK 2.0. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think we're ever going to see an SK 2.0. Like, you know, say what you want about me. Oh, you're dooming the game. The only reason they added these negative status effects was to release specific best in slot supports that only fit one specific niche so that they can continue this pattern for all the other elements. I don't think we're going to get any more like super general supports, super general weapons like we did in 1.x, none of that. S2 Cartethia. Cartethia has the best sequence investment for a main DPS in the entirety of the game. Like I want to put it in perspective for you guys. The current calcs for Cartethia at S3 are inaccurate because nothing in the game can survive one rotation from an S3 Cartethia. So the TCers just have to assume. On to Wua. I'd also like to add, right? It is true. The current calcs for Cartethia are super early. Take them with a grain of salt, right? The calcs could be off. Rotations will improve. Maybe something will be brought up that isn't like possible in actual in game. But I want people to as well realize all like at least the calcs that I'm talking about are only using an S1R1 Arrow Rover. They're not using S6R5 Arrow Rover. So if you include S6R5 Arrow Rover, the weapon's arrow damage amplification like over doubles, which would be a much bigger increase towards Cartethia's damage. Do you think Kuro will add HP inflation? I don't know. Like, to be honest, for most games, it's like a guarantee. But the thing with this game is, it's for sure had HP inflation. I already went over it on stream. But, like, it's just so easy that I can't really imagine them, like, suddenly turning it up one day. Like, maybe that's just me, but. Oh, yeah, my guys. I truly just don't think I can play Wuwa, man. I truly just don't think I can play it. It's just so fucking bad right now. I'll try playing it. I'll try playing it. It's not even my ping, at least right now. It's whenever I go into Renacida, my frames just fucking drop. Like, I can be here in Firmament, and I can probably be in Huanglong, but Renacida is making my frames drop and my game stutter constantly. From where did you install Wuo? What do you mean? Where else am I supposed to install it from? The official site, the launcher. I mean, yeah. Okay, so for the current calcs, obviously take it with a grain of salt, guys. Like, this is why I'm not making a video on this. Things change, right? The Cartethia team is around at a low estimate 11% stronger than Zanny Peeb in their best in slot teams. So 11% when Zanny and Peeb were already 10 to 15%. So now there's like a 30% gap between Carlotta and the strongest team in the game within like 2 patches. And once again, this is with S1R1 Arrow Rover. Like, we're probably going to get an Arrow Rover upgrade, and not even including the Arrow Rover upgrade, we're going to get S6R5 Arrow Rover. So, like, the numbers are a low ball. It'll probably be like 15 to 20% above Zanny P once all the calcs are done and shit. Like, you got to keep in mind unoptimized rotations. We don't fully understand the kits yet. We're like low balling here and shit, like all that. Surely she gets nerfed a little. I mean, there's been two hot fixes, and the only thing they're actually nerfing is the weapon. They're not actually nerfing her herself. So it seems like they're pretty happy with how strong Cartethia is right now. They just wanted to nerf the weapon a bit, I guess, because she had one of the worst signature weapon cases in the entirety of the game, next to Brant. Kev is taking a break from doing calcs today, though, I believe. So there's not going to be any updated calcs for Lupa or Cartethia on his spreadsheet today. Zheng Liao. Yeah, I had to hide a channel on my YouTube because I mean maybe they just are dumb, right? Like no offense, right? Maybe they just are this dumb. But outside of Doom posting Chacona, I'm now seeing Doom posting for the weapon, saying it's an easy skip. Once again, if you just look at TCers calcs, not even only chem, Chacona's weapon is on like the same level of damage increase as Cartethia's own S1, with the benefit of the weapon banner being guaranteed. You don't need calcs to know you shouldn't skip the weapon. I mean, some people are out here just straight up dumb. Like, this is literally the first time I've ever hit a channel in the entirety of my life. And I think I'll start doing it more, probably. If I see another Saint video on my thing about, like, Hoyo shills or something, I'm probably going to hide his as well. Holy fucking garbage, man. What the fuck? $15 to 30% for what, Muhammad? Oh, you're talking about Mavlika? Yeah. The Derby race event is poorly designed too. I mean, yeah, that shit's garbage, bro. I want to see if I won though. Holy man, I'm just getting scammed. Right, let's find out. Who did I vote on to win again? Was it Peeb again or was it like Chang Li? Fuck. I keep voting on Peeb and I keep losing, man. Oh wow, look at these lucky shits. They win everything, don't they? I'm putting it all on you, Kelcharo. I won once the first time. Some more night market tokens so I can get more weekly boss mats. Nice. Pretty sure Jouer uses crit rate for Jinchi now that I even use her. Yeah, this is... It's sad, man. S2 Zanny? Kartethia can't power creep if I get S2. Fuck. To be honest, I kind of regret getting Peeb's weapon now seeing how big of an increase Chacona's is. I should have known better because Peeb's weapon isn't really all that much of a overall team damage increase if you already just have Peeb herself. So, honestly, that was a stupid and greedy thing by me. Should have used my weapon penny for Chacona. No, yeah, Carpet Queen. Like, you want me to be honest? I told a commenter in there. They're like, "Oh, Lua is way more generous than all of Hoyo's games. Hoyo's so predatory." I brought up the fact that you can get more 5-star characters in ZZZ than in this game. And then they're like, "Oh, so now you have to bring ZZZ into it." Like I said this before, the only reason why most Lua creators don't attack ZZZ is because they're legit scared to. Because they know they have nothing fucking against that game. Like nothing at all except for inflation. Like that's it. And then he's like, "Oh, what about HSR? What about Genshin?" And it's like HSR also gets more character banner pulls per patch. They just have the slightly worse banner. And then Genshin, yeah. Like I legit have a video talking about how shit Genshin's pulls are per patch, with the only redeeming quality being how good the 4 stars and 4-star weapons are. Like, could people not grasp that me shitting on Wuwa does not mean I am like this Hoyo defender? ZZZ any live stream is on Friday? Alright. The Kuro bots have their notifications on your videos. I know. I fucking know, man. It's so embarrassing. Like the lengths people will go to bring down like any of Hoyo's games. Like don't get me wrong, it's not hard to bring down Hoyo's games, but it's like keep in mind, I literally mentioned HSR in the entirety of that video for 1 minute. And it's straight up just talking about how HSR's Annie is just as ass, with the one redeeming quality being Seal Slammers. And people just started going in the comment sections instantly. Yo, don't compare this game to Hoyo games, guys. Hoyo games could never, right? Oh, that dog shit Hoyo game, you fucking Hoyo shill. It's like, oh my god. Like, the irony in a lot of people calling my audience children when the actual children are these woo community guys. Like, holy fuck. You're the real one, never change. I appreciate that. Like, this is the funniest part about all of it. I've had to talk about it, like, quite a while, or quite a lot recently. But, like, any of the OGs, any of the OGs on my channel, they know. They know I am the complete opposite of a Hoyo show. Anyone who actually has been watching my channel for a while knows I have I've basically gone through the same thing I'm going through right now in WUWA for HSR like half a year ago. It was the same thing back then, man. Now, in all honesty, WUWA's is a lot worse currently because of the big CCs having reacted to me. So now like a bunch of their babies from their fan base are here, but it was the same thing for HSR. Oh yeah, I will stand by it. This Wuwa community is worse than Genshin's right now. It is 100% just worse. It's the worst of any of the games I'm playing quite easily. Does that mean I hate the game though? Nah. I talked about it before. This is like the same dilemma I have with One Piece, where like One Piece is my favorite anime on the planet, but I never tell people I'm part of the fandom or try to be part of the fandom because I think the community for One Piece is one of the most egotistical, like, you know, what's it called? Like superior complex, whatever it's called. I can't think of it now. Like the One Piece community on all social media is just incredibly like on their high horse. It feels the exact same thing for Wuwa. Oh, there goes my dog. Wuwa isn't acting up right now. This is actually nice. It's a little stuttery in Renacita, but that's it. Yeah, elitist. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Like, by the way, like, I'm not even trolling when I make this One Piece Wuwa comparison. They are literally one to one. Anyone who watches One Piece, and if you're on social media and you're like a normal person, the entire thing of like comparing waves applies to One Piece. Like, the One Piece fan base will constantly compare their animes to like Naruto, Bleach, other animes, talk about how it broke and they're like setting, the standard for the anime industry. It's literally a one to one. And it's like uncanny how similar they are. By the way, I would like to say not all Wua people are like this though. Like when I say Wua community, I obviously mean like mostly this YouTube side and like the Twitter side with like that gotcha police community. There have 100% been people who I've been incredibly cool with. Some even can't, told me they came from like Tectone's chat and stuff. They were chill for the most part, right? Even if people disagree with me, if you're just civil about it, right? And you're not just here to fucking, you're a Hoyo shell, quit the game, like all that shit. Like, genuinely, there's a lot of good people in the community. They just also have quite a bit of bad apples in here. Quit the game already? Yeah. Like someone in my comment section of my last video said, if you don't like the Annie, why don't you just quit? Like, hello? Brother, I like the game. Like, is that so hard to understand that I can criticize how shit the Annie is and still enjoy playing the game? Like, what is it with gotcha players and just telling people just quit whenever they have a criticism for something? Like, I see this every time. True, Grace. I've said it before, but I can't knock what Saint does because of how effective it is. Like, no offense, you can see how successful the brainwashing has been for Saint's community because just because I was curious, right? I clicked on a video like a week ago where he was like shit talking HSR, right? I was curious what the comments would say. And in the comments, people are saying that your characters become unusable in endgame in 2 patches. That they truly think this, by the way. Like, they truly think this. There's people saying that the new character is 100% power creep over the last one. It's like, brother. Like, they've actually been brainwashed to think that if you don't have the newest units, you can't clear endgame. I think the most recent one Saint posted was the Pollux Dragon boss, right? The Pollux Dragon boss. And it was like something like, this boss is unbeatable unless you have Casterus. And it's like, huh? like, like, I think Blade can clear that Pollux boss. I think a scuffed Blade can clear the Pollux boss. I saw a Blade zero cycle Pollux. Wait, really? Is there a zero cycle for it? Let me see. Blade Pollux. E0 S0 1 cycle with Blade. Blade 2 cycles Pollux with Bronya, Robin, and Gallagher. Yeah. It's with Hyacine? Nope. Yeah, Carpet Queen. I don't know what this tournament thing is about. I find it funny imagining it, but yeah, all I've heard is that he got like last place in a hologram tournament or something. Oh no. It's not surprising though. Only people malding about Pollux are Zeo cyclers. I mean, to be fair, I will say Pollux is probably the worst case of a shield boss in the entirety of the game. Like that is 100%. Like clearing it is a different issue. Like this is actually probably one of the easiest MOCs in a while because of how easy Pollux is. But like Casterus completely shreds that bitch. Like she just shreds it compared to everyone else in the game. His gameplay in any game not named Wuwa is ass, Chad. Like I recently watched a video of I think him playing MOC. He has no clue what he's doing in HSR. I saw the ZZZ one as well. Like it's legit like the equivalent. Like you gotta really put it in perspective, man. Like these guys just don't play the games they shit talk about. Like this is the entire reason why people are like, oh, isn't on it an unhealthy thing that you're playing like four of these gotcha games at the same time? And it's like, not really. Like I'm not taking Genshin that seriously. Doing dailies on all four games off stream takes like 15 to 20 minutes, and I want to do this so that I can be more knowledgeable when I actually speak on something. You know what I'm saying? The problem is these games aren't hard. I agree. I 100% agree. That's why I think that there should be a standard for like a lot of people who like to like compare the games or talk shit about other games they don't play. Like I know these games are easy, and that's exactly why. It's like these creators, a lot of them will be half decent at their main game and then complete shit at every other game they play. But they'll so freely talk about like how hard it is or how impossible a clear is without like a certain limited character or something without even having like average knowledge. Like for example, Genshin, I will say Genshin probably has one of obviously like the worst polls of all the games, like the main four, right? They have the worst polls of them all. But Genshin, out of all the games, has the significantly better 4-star options, weapon and character, right? Like you got to keep in mind this game's like 5 years old. People are still clearing with 4-star only teams, right? It's obviously not relatable, right? This is like saying, oh, right, I can clear solo dungeon, the entire tower, right? Well, actually, it's a little more relatable because there's multiple people who can do this, and there's actually someone who cleared the Spiral recent one, Spiral Abyss reset, with only 5 4 stars. They only use five, right? So I I truly think that a lot of people just, they can only look at it from like one lens, right? Like they get a new main game, they instantly start shitting on the older game they used to play because they want to feel better about quitting it. It's like an X. Like it's legit like an X now that I think about it. Like their X is an older gotcha game and they're trying to like act like this X was like literal Satan basically, and their current girlfriend is like an angel, right? Gives you the world, treats you like the best thing in the world, all that, right? And they very clearly ignore criticisms even for the flaws of their girlfriend, but they'll go all in on the ex, right? Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, I would have no complaints about these big CCs shit talking HSR and all these other games if they actually played them. This has always been my number one gripe with like this entire shit. Like, if you actually consistently play the game and you semi understand how to play it and how kits work and whatever, bro, have at it, right? Have at it. You play the game. It's your experience, right? But like these people will log in maybe once a patch just to shit on the game and have zero clue how to play it. It's like it's the equivalent. Like imagine me, right? I took a break from WUWA for like half a year. Imagine me coming back to WUWA, showing how much slower I can clear with Gion compared to when the first TOA dropped, and then saying, "Yo, look at this HP inflation, guys. Look at how bad this shit is. Oh my god, WUWA's gonna EOS soon, guys. This is absolutely terrible and predatory." Like, obviously, I'm not gonna make a video because I don't have any fucking clue how to play the game. Like, once again, something that really pissed me off when I made my video about, like, the whole, comparing Annie's thingy. Why are these CCs trying to brainwash people into believing that Ruan Mei is power crept and that Luocha is bad, right? He's not best in slot, but he is by no means bad, especially with the recent HP scaling DPSs. And it's Ruan Mei, bro. Like, yes, there are better options than Ruan Mei, but she is still a very premium support. Like, and anyone without a Ruan Mei for some of their break teams, like, easily. Like, that is a huge upgrade for anyone's break teams. Why are people trying to say that they literally have no value at all? That's what a lot of these people were trying to argue. Ruan Mei and Luocha have zero value, and therefore you can only compare the polls, which, by the way, HSR got more of for the Annie versus Wuwa. It's like, what? Yes, Spyro, exactly. Like, you really got to put it into perspective, right? Put this into perspective. You're a new player in HSR. You know what you can get right now if you're a new player in HSR? Over 400 pulls, a free Ruan Mei, and a free Archer upcoming. 2 free limited 5 stars, and 400 plus pulls from being a new player. And this applies to all players too. Like, you don't have to be a new player to get the Ruan Mei and Archer, right? A lot of people who do like no pull challenges and shit are gonna be fucking feasting with this Archer and Ruan Mei, bro. Who should I pull for, Raiden or Kinnich? Whoever you want, man. Probably Kinnich. Yeah, I'd also like to mention, like, another thing, right? If you lose your 50/50s, you can lose to Blade, who is getting buffed soon. Like, you gotta keep in mind, Blade without a Hyacine is fucking clearing MOC without even all that much investment. Once you get a purely buffed Blade in 3.4, like, it might actually be a good thing to lose to this guy. Like, you can actually, he's usable for clearing all endgame content, even if you lose 50/50. Yeah, as well, Fu Xuan. Fu Xuan is still a sustain that could sustain most of the content that this game has to offer, right? There's only very specific scenarios where you might struggle with a Fushuan. But I watch Waveman quite often. He always streams whenever there's a new reset of an endgame mode. He uses Fushuan just fine. Like, you can get a Fushuan, which makes a perfect sustain. You can get Blade, which I think might be the best DPS to pull after the buffs from the 50-50 loss. Like, there's, like, HSR is a lot better now, despite what people want to, like, push. Like, it is genuinely in a pretty decent spot right now in terms of getting characters to clear endgame. Oh yeah, if you can get Seal to like decently high investment, I don't even mean teammates. I mean like relics and shit. Because Seal's main value comes from being able to usually like one shot shit, right? If she can one shot like small side mobs on like an endgame or something, you'll probably be able to clear with Seal as well, right? So there's a lot you can do, man. There's a lot you can do. Paradise may actually be reachable for him, yeah. Like I'd like to keep in mind that the reason why I shit, like people brought this up in my last video, right? Oh, you've made 3 videos on Wuazani, but you haven't made any on HSRs, which I have, by the way. I have. But you've made 3 videos on Wuazani. We can see the agenda you're trying to push. Like, do these people not realize that the reason I'm so concerned about Wuazani is because I want this game to be better than Hoyo? Like, this community is just so disillusioned from reality that they can't grasp that the reason I'm criticizing this game is because it's becoming the same shit its own community and I despise. Like, I originally fell in love with this game because it was better than Genshin. It was better than HSR. It had more pulls. It had, a guaranteed weapon banner. It had all this shit, right? Better animations, better combat, parry, whatever. Like, I want this game to be better. I don't want it to fall to the same level of the games that people consider predatory and originally quit to move to this game. Like, my standards for Wuwa and Kuro are higher than those for Hoyo. I don't know if that's like a hot take or something, but like, brother, I just want this game to be better. Yeah, exactly, person. Like, if you want me to be honest, contrary to me having zero hope for HSR's second Annie being anything interesting or good, I was incredibly excited for Wu Was Annie. That should already tell you the difference in how I feel about the two games. I was confident Wu Was Annie would shit on HSR's, and I thought HSR's Annie would be dog shit. Like, yeah. And now, ZZZ Annie is probably going to be the best of the 4 games upcoming. Because Hoyo always gives 30 more pulls limited than an average patch for Annie's. So ZZZ's probably going to get like 150 to 160 pulls. And in the live stream in a week, we'll find out, right? I'm not falling for the bait. I don't believe in it. But there is a leak of a standard 5-star selector. So I'm not falling for the bait. I'm not falling for it. But either way, 150 to 160 pulls is just like That is over 40 more than what Wuwa gave. Yeah. Now, if I'm being honest, call me greedy and stupid. Although I didn't expect the limited selector for the Annie, I did think that they might give, like Wuwa wise, standard 5-star selector. Because I don't have a Verena. I used it on Calcaro calculator. So I have no Verena on this account. And yeah. Has anyone defended the night market from your criticisms? Yes. I'm not sure about Tectone, but I heard Saint defended it. And I know another Wuwa content creator that I'm not going to name that after I made my video, made a video trying to defend the night market and saying it isn't a big deal. His own community gave him backlash and he deleted it within a few hours. So yes, a lot of these Wuwa CCs don't think much of the night market. What did Saint say? Apparently he said something like, most people are gonna pull on the Annie anyways, something like that. Which is like, yeah, that's true, but the problem is the amount of pulls you need to unlock everything in the night market. It's 80. You need to do 40 character banner pulls and 40 weapon banner pulls to unlock all the tokens to get all the limited pulls from the night market. And if you don't get all the pulls from the night market, well, guess what? The pulls per patch for this Annie goes from 118 to 113. And if you don't pull at all, it goes down to 110, which is 5 more pulls. And then you consider the fact that Shorekeeper's banner was rushed by a week. And oh, right? We got 1 to 2 more pulls than an average Wuwa patch. Oh, fuck, man. No, yes, I agree. Like, this is what I said before. People were shitting on the spending event and saying, oh, at least we don't have a spending event. It's like, this is literally worse, bro. Like, in my opinion, there is nothing wrong with spending events at all. Like, you're literally just rewarding people who are spending money on the game, and it's like, they didn't even give any extra pulls for the spending event. Like they gave a bunch of other items, including the token, but not even HSR locked any pulls behind the spending event. So it's like, if you're a free to play, other free to plays are all getting the exact same amount of pulls as you. If you're a free to play in this game or just any person and maybe you have a guarantee from SK so you didn't have to use that many pulls, or you're on high pity from SK's banner, any situation like this, maybe you even get an early, right? And you want to save for Cartethia now. If you don't spend 80 pulls, you just aren't getting the same pulls in this patch as someone else who pulled on the Annie banners 80 times. Like, yeah, and I brought this up before. These Wuwa CCs ran away with fake leaks, by the way. A fake, unreliable leaker on Twitter that said there would be 5 global passives in Amphorius and saying that they would be stat stick passives. And every single Wuwa CC farmed the fuck out of that fake leak. And now people know Phenon does not have a global passive. Wow, guys. Wow. and we don't have any leaks for any stat stick passives. Like, brother, you people want to talk about people coming to Woowa and talking about, oh, I'm only here to doom post. They do it for HSR all the time. Yeah, Saber doesn't have a global passive either. Yeah, there's currently no leaks for literally anyone to have a global passive. We'll see how that changes. Maybe it could change, but there are none currently. I wouldn't be surprised if Cyrene did get one though. They also said a Noxa would have one too. Yeah, like this is what I mean, man. Like, preach what you teach, man. Preach what you teach. How was Acheron a global passive? Oh. Yeah, Solus. And you want to know the funniest part? I have a video on the Annie titled Fear Mongering. Like, I literally called this shit out. I called it out. I have a video from the Annie called Fear Mongering, like a few weeks ago to a month ago. Because people were on some bullshit with the fake leaks. I literally said, yo, I understand there's all these, leaks going around, but what if we actually wait for when Phenon's beta is close, because it is close, and once we get more information on Phenon, we'll finally know whether or not this shit is real or not. Stop fear mongering, wait for it to actually happen. And guess what? It didn't fucking happen. Like, Acheron's passive is one-shotting mobs. Phenon has the exact same thing. And there's a lot of characters in HSR now that can straight up, even if they don't one-shot them, like Herda. Herda can get most mobs to like 1 HP almost instantly. Like Acheron's so-called passive isn't really all that crazy. Caster's passive isn't a good if you're good at the game. Yeah, most people don't even take advantage of Castrus's passive. Like, if you just have decently built characters and like one or two, actually one premium sustain, you only really need one. You can just use Gallagher on another team. You're probably never gonna die. Like, it's such a non-issue, man. It is an insane non-issue. Like, there are multiple clips, by the way, of people getting healed by Caster's passive, and then right when it's the character's turn again, they instantly die because Caster's passive doesn't heal like or cleanse debuffs. So if an enemy has a debuff and you have like a dot on you, you literally instantly die even if you have the global passive. It has like such niche scenarios for actually being good. It's insane. Yeah, well, it just makes it easier to read chat if I'm just running around than if I'm actually like doing shit. I like reading chat. Yeah, exactly, Quad. Gotcha. It's more the precedent it sets. I mean, I don't disagree. If I have a video about this, I think it just shouldn't be in the game. Like, global passive shouldn't even be something that exists in the first place. My thing is, though, like, yes, this is a bad thing, right? It's a bad thing Obviously, nobody wants something like this in the game because they're going to start, being scared of what can happen in the future. Understandable. But wait, right? You got to keep in mind, they aren't releasing these global passives with every new character. So far, it seems like it's only for very specific and very rare characters, right? We don't have any leaks. Phanon doesn't have one. Maybe Cyrene will have one, but there's no leaks for that either. So it's like, what? Is there going to be like a global passive power creep in a year? Probably not, right? And even if it is, it's like you're getting these units once a year, and if they're all as shit as Castrus's global passive, it's like, oh, this is a non fucking issue, right? Like, this literally doesn't change anything. The opposite of this changes everything. It just doesn't change anything at all. And that's why I made my video fear mongering. We went from a completely useless and dogshit global passive that will probably only save people who barely play the game and have all their characters half-assed built, right? And even in these niche scenarios, it's like you can just reset, bro. Do one or two resets, learn from your mistakes, and boom, even a complete casual won't die or need the global passive anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? So how do we go from one of the worst, like, buffs slash, mechanics in the entirety of the game, just straight up dog shit, to fear mongering about +5 speed, +10% attack, +10% crit rate, +20% crit damage? Oh, I'm going to quit the game because they're going to add that in the future because a fake leaker said so. And once again, there's nothing wrong with quitting the game. I understand, right? Sometimes it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like a lot of people might have already been sick of the game and all the predatory shit, right? And that was like your last stand. Like, okay, man, like you just keep adding more and more bullshit. I've had enough, right? I understand that, right? But in the grand scheme of things, this global passive is fucking dog shit. Like it doesn't do anything in all honesty. Yeah, it's for the HSR TikTok players that run Boot Hill, Dill, um, Firefly, and Kafka. Have you seen the initial numbers of Cartethia with and without Chacona? Yes, but they're work in progress calcs, so I'm not making videos on them. It's so Cartethia versus San Hua is 50% difference. But Cartethia, because Cartethia is a lot better as a solo character, one of her like second, optional teams that you can use is like another limited DPS plus like SK or like what the CN Wizards are doing currently. The CN Wizards already found Cartethia tech, and you can run more Teffy plus Gion, and she can spam heavy attacks as Flordelis, and this has a higher calc than her actual best team. But it's a bug. So they're probably going to nerf it, right? That they're probably going to nerf this shit. But versus free to play teammates being Sanhua, it's a 50% difference S0R1 Chacona. And no weapon, it's 33% currently, I think. There's no way I can afford S3 Cartethia, man. Maybe on like a rerun or something, but I cannot afford that. Oh, yep. I thought I smelled something fishy. Family doesn't know how to cook, nothing new. You can always talk to the pirates. True. I don't know if I might pull and just get Chacona later. Okay, you guys want to hear my honest thoughts? Chacona is similar to a Zanny Peeb gap currently, but here's the catch. Cartethia's sequences are the strongest early sequences for a main DPS in the entirety of the game. And at S3, her reliance on Chacona does become less, right? It's still there. Chacona's still going to be a best in slot, probably by like 25% now instead of 33 or something, if I had to guess. But Cartethia at S3 gets a nearly 100% increase from S0. So, oh my god, man. S3 though? I mean, S2 is like 50% from S0. But yeah, the reason why I say S3 is because S3 allows her Floridalist form to apply air erosion. So you don't really need to worry too much about like air erosion application anymore. And like Floridalist eating up the stacks and stuff. But that's the price you gotta pay if you want to skip Chacona and you want like optimal performance. It's either you go S3 Cartethia or anything below S3. It's probably just straight up better to get Chacona if you don't plan to ever go for S3. By the way, once again, they are works in progress, right? They are works in progress. The Cartethia team is currently calced with an S1R1 Arrow Rover. So, she's going to be stronger. Because we're probably going to be able to get S6R5 Arrow Rover in the next patch with Septimont. So keep that in mind. Current calcs for Cartethia are lowballing her damage. No, Spyro. I think, okay, if I'm being honest, I don't think Phoebe is good. I think, from what I've seen, and what a lot of TCers have been saying, it is just straight up better to continue running Cartethia solo, or maybe doing like the CN tech with like heavy attack plus G honor. Like basically putting Peeb in there sucks. Okay, there are many other better options than putting in Peeb because of the fact that she doesn't buff Cartethia in the slightest. Pulling dupes to avoid the best in slot, it's really an Acheron situation, yeah. Oh, but if you get E2 Acheron, there's no need for Zhao Q. The problem is, Spyro, Floridalist doesn't even consume all that much arrow erosion. Like, it takes a little bit. So, it's kind of fine. And Cartethia's damage, like the non-Floridalist form, is actually a very good portion of Cartethia's overall damage. And Cartethia's normal form can apply arrow erosion. So instead of using Phoebe to stack and use Arrow Rover to convert, it's better to just straight up go back to small Cartethia, stack up the Arrow Erosion with her own better damage, and then go back into the Floridalist form again. Would an S3 Cartethia be better with Chang Li or Sanhua S6 with SK? Um, I don't think you want to use SK on that team, but I'm not sure, man. I'm truly not sure. You guys want me to be honest, man? Chang Li is washed. Chang Li is just straight up washed. I'm not sure about the specifics on how much better it'd be. Um, wrong thing. Wash CC take. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys could see Chang Li's damage output currently in the Mono Fusion team and it compared to Cartethia, you guys would think the exact same thing. Especially considering the Mono Fusion team has 6 cost. Um... Isn't Changli meant to be sub DPS though? Yeah, but we are talking about her Mono Fusion team. Like, Mono Fusion team. 6 cost. Brant buffs. You know, Lupa has a fuck ton of buffs in her kit with her weapon too. Like, it is buffs galore for the Mono Fusion team. Nice, Blade. Nice. By the way, sorry for not moving around. I know that's probably killing some people's attention spans. But, I'm trying to see if there's any updates. Oh, yeah, by the way, does he still have it here? Oh, he got rid of it. Fuck. Okay, so Kem, he put something down here literally right when I ended stream yesterday. He said to wish list Sanzai on Steam. So, yeah, if you want to support, yeah. Yeah. With the current way it's looking, I think Lupa is actually the one who does the least amount of damage in a Changli Brant team. She is mostly there for just her disgusting amount of buffs that she can add to the team. Yeah. She does the least damage between Changli and Brant in a rotation currently. When face reveal king, it's on the YouTube profile picture. What are you talking about? The face reveal is right there, guys. You don't see it? Something wrong with your eyes? Feet reveal when? What is wrong with you guys? Why does Fusion get so gutted? Well, don't worry, guys. We got a 4-star Fusion character coming out in 2.5, so that'll save the Fusion comp. Don't worry. They're finally gonna replace Chang Li with the actual fusion goat 4-star. And then everybody's gonna stop complaining about the 4-star problem currently. I already cleared. I mean, to be fair, clearing endgame in this game is a pretty low standard. Like, basically anyone can clear endgame in this game. Like, if you're trying to use being able to clear endgame as a justification for pulling a character, you're probably going to be good for quite a while, in all honesty. Like, if you want me to be honest, like, there is power creep, of course, but there is absolutely no need, at least currently, to, justify pulling someone when it comes to just being able to clear endgame content. Is endgame that easy? I mean, once you have fully built characters, like full Forte, you have the right echo sets, and you just have like half an idea of what you're doing while rotating, yeah. Like, I saw a 40-second Ling Yang clear the other day against the Inferno Rider. So, yeah. What's the problem with power creep when the endgame can be cleared by anyone? Well, power creep is usually followed by HP inflation. Like, for example, HSR didn't start its HP inflation, at least dramatically, until late version 2. So from the very beginning of HSR to probably around a little over Acheron's patch, the HP inflation was only like around 15 to 20%, 20 to 30%. And then it was Fei Xiao's patch and a little after Acheron's patches that made it fucking skyrocket. Acheron's release was 2.1. So even when Acheron released, the endgame did not scale to her power level until multiple patches after. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's how it works. Like, we went over it before. Hakushin isn't completely accurate because they only show the HP for what a mob has. They don't actually show all the mobs in a TOA. But if you were to compare the first TOA to the current TOA today, I think we went over this on stream a few days ago. It's like 60%. Like, there's been around a 60% TOA HP inflation from the beginning of the game to now. But to be fair, the game has never had a worse power creep problem than currently. So they might ramp it up a little more. Like, once again, these are early calcs, so take it with a grain of salt. But currently, using S1R1 Arrow Rover, which will probably be able to get S6R5 in the next patch, the Cartethia team is around 11 to 15% stronger, like 10 to 15% stronger, is the Cartethia team over the Zanny Peebs team. And keep in mind, this is including the Zanny Peeb team with the theoretical impossible rotation, right? So it is around 10 to 15% stronger when Zanny and Peeb were already 10 to 15% stronger than every other team. And for a few Chinese wizards, they could get it up to fucking 20%. But like, nobody's using them as a standard, right? So we now have it where it's like Carlotta is 25 to 30% weaker than Cartethia's team, like the strongest one now, which is insane because one patch ago she was the strongest. Oh yeah, Solus. Should I get S2 Verena or Calcharo? Why are you even asking that question? What is wrong with you? Go for Verena, man. Like, S2 Verena or Calcharo. Never ask that question in my chat ever again. It's closer to 10% Spyro, but once again, I have to mention the current Cartethia calcs are with S1R1 Aero Rover. So when we're able to get S6R5, it'll probably be around 15%. That's why I said the 15% thing. Because we'll probably be able to get S6R5 in the next patch, and that will be enough to make the jump higher. Because Arrow Rover's sword gives arrow damage amplification, which is not damage bonus, meaning it's a lot stronger than it looks. And at R5, it gives like noticeably more than 10%. Yeah. So it goes to like 20% plus, which is for sure noticeable. Oh yeah, I feel you, Samus. Yeah. I still haven't gone to TOA yet because I need to build Zhang Liao so I can throw his ass away on the side towers, and then I'll just let my Zanny Peeb do the rest of the work for the hazard ones. But I just haven't gone there yet, so for me it'll probably be a breeze because S1R1 Zanny, S0R1 Phoebe, just pull better, right? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? All of you greedy fucks complaining about how shit the Annie rewards are and how you don't have enough to pull this, you don't have enough to pull that. Just fucking pull better, man. That's all there is to it at the end of the day. I have 139k asteroids. Is that enough for S6R5? S6R5. The R5 is where it always gets you. Give me a second. So you've got 139,000 divided by 160. So 868 pulls divided by soft pity is 64. Average pull rate is probably around 69. So divide that by 69. And you have enough to get a 5-star over 12 times if you go to soft pity every single time, which is enough to guarantee the S6, but not the R5. I mean, keep in mind, you have to be incredibly unlucky to lose every single 50-50 and go to soft pity every time with 800 plus pulls. I think you're in the clear. I think you're completely in the clear for S6R5, in my opinion. If you win even less than half your 50-50s, you're in the clear. Yeah, 2 dupes in the shop as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, S6R5 is possible for sure. Should I go for R0? Nah, I think you can do S6R5. I think you can do S6R5 100%. Because you said you have 139k asteroids right now. Like, you're going to get more. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get more from the second half. Like, we literally got 10 pulls right here that are being locked until the second half. And then you as well have the Septimont drop, which will probably give like 150 pulls for the entire patch. Because if you guys remember Renacita gave 150 free-to-play pulls, according to Wua's bookkeeping. So Septimon should probably be similar, since the region size is about the same. Nice, well. Hope you lose the 50-50 for Phanon. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? What'd I do? All I've done has been positive. Why? What do you mean I can't have every unit in the game with one pull? Hey, man. Just pull better. Oh yeah, I agree. Whoa, I agree. Even though it's possible to get S6R5, like like at least personally, R5 is very fishy in games like this. So like you don't get much of a damage increase from going to R5 usually compared to the sequences. Also, I'd like to mention something that I mentioned earlier in the stream. Apparently, S3 Cartethia is so strong, she can't be accurately calced right now because she kills everything in a single rotation. So you're gonna be you're gonna be just fine with an S6 Cartethia. I can say that. Also, I'd like to say, since you're going all in for Cartethia, this is speculation, but we have a leaked character named Unuo who will be an Arrow Gauntlet user. And I think they're supposed to release in like later on, like maybe 2.6, 2.7. So, in my opinion, this goes one of two ways. Either she ends up being just a general Arrow support, or she ends up being the Arrow Rover replacement for the Cartethia team. Much higher likelihood that she's an Arrow Rover replacement. How the hell did I just lose 5% battery on my phone within 2 seconds? That's fucking insane. Finally, Zhang power creep. Uh, yep. So, I mean, you really gotta put it in perspective, right? This Cartethia team, if Uno ends up being best in slot and replacing Arrow Rover, is gonna be disgusting. Like, it's kind of the same thing with HSR, right? Like I do this a lot in HSR, by the way. Before anyone thinks I'm dooming, I pulled for E2 Herda on my main HSR account, but HSR has this pattern where they'll drop, right? Like a new DPS a few patches later after, let's say, Herda, cough, cough, Castris, and she performs similarly to the previous, strongest DPS being Herda, but she doesn't even have her best in slot team yet. Like Cartethia is kind of like the same thing here, in my opinion. If ends up being best in slot, like Cartethia is already incredibly strong, strongest character in the game so far, but she'll be even stronger with best in slot teammates in the future. I think the new unit is more and more Teffy replacement for Gion. Brother, I'm gonna be honest. I said this. I've said this many times. This game has zero reason to make a best in slot support for Gion. He is probably one of their worst selling characters. If they make a support for Gion, it would be for a new DPS that is heavy attack based. Probably. An arrow as well. Like, they wouldn't make it for Gian. They'd make it for another character who does his job better. That's how these gachas work. Like, there's no way they make a limited support for Gian. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. That's kind of cooked. And it just makes way more sense for someone to replace Arrow Rover for Cartethia. Like, it makes so much more sense. Because if you remove Arrow Rover, you can't take full advantage of Cartethia's kit, which is only taken full advantage of because of Arrow Rover increasing the max arrow erosion stacks on the team. So it makes a lot more sense to free up Arrow Rover and drop a limited replacement. Yeah, that too. Like, if they make a best in slot for anyone, it'll be Jinshi before they do it for Gion. Like 100%. No, I know, Samus. I know. I know he benefits from heavy attack. I'm saying they're not going to make a heavy attack support limited for him until there is a better heavy attack DPS that'll sell more for Kuro than Gion. Because Gion simply isn't popular enough. It'll be like an indirect buff, basically. The same way we get people like Sunday and Saridra and HSR, who obviously have specific best in slots, but just end up being strong with other older characters as well who can use them. It's kind of the same thing. Oh, really, Chad? Bro, talking about Saridra like she's in the game? I mean, because she perfectly applies to this. Like, she's going to be the first remembrance support in the entirety of the game not named RMC. So, it's like kind of obvious. I mean, that would be cool, Yami. Augusta looks really good. But if you want me to be honest, I like Unuo better. I like Unuo's leak design more. So, the possibility of her being best in slot for Cartethia is legit a win-win for me. Like, that would be a complete win. And given how Augusta looks, she'll probably be fusion. Like, this is obviously just going off of colors, but probably like fusion if I had to guess. And she might be the introduction to the fusion dot. I don't remember what it's called though. Leak said she's Electro? Really? Electro? So it would be the Electro Flare dot, probably? Would be nice to get a husbando swimsuit in Wuwa. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. If you're a husbando lover in gacha games, this has to be one of the worst games on the planet. Like, it is fucking cooked in this game, man. We don't got any. We're not even getting a male in 2.5. We're probably not going to get one in 2.6 either. That'll probably be like Augusta and Unuo. Like, it's it's a little cooked on the male side. 2.7. Who was the last male? Brant. Yep. Oh yeah, understandable, Matt. I feel you, 100%. Still waiting for Scar to drop. Hey, I can't even hate. I'm still waiting for Geshu Lin. Geshu Lin was my favorite character that I've been waiting for since release. I really just want to see Geshu Lin already. Geshu Lin won't be playable. He will be, bro. He will be. He 100% will be. Best of luck waiting another year or two. No, I haven't watched Cyberpunk Edge Runner, so I don't care too much. Are there any info about Fleur-de-Lis's numbers, like her basic attack, heavy forte? I mean, probably, but it's not currently like separately calced for the sheets that I'm looking at. Just her in general overall damage per rotation, or like team damage. Prolova's gonna be playable before Scar. Man, Prolova was also one of my most hyped units from the beginning of the game. But it's like, I'm going to be honest, I really like Cartethia, so I don't mind it. But I've grown to like Prolova less as time goes on. Still like her. But she has my least favorite limited character in the... Actually, no, not least, but one of my least favorite limited characters as her best in slot teammate. I just don't want to waste my pulls, man. How much damage can Fleur-de-Lis deal in run rotation? By herself, I truly just don't know. There aren't any solo calcs on the sheets I'm looking at. But if we're talking with team, S0R0 Chacona, S1R1 Arrow Rover, currently using chems that are a work in progress, nearly 1.8 million, 1.79. And then if you add Chacona's weapon, it's about 2 million exactly. 25 to 28-second rotation on loop. Who? Canarella. Canarella's the only character with echo skill damage like increase in the game. She'll probably get a rerun on the banner as well. Let me see, Tanaka. Let me see. I think. Ooh. I think S2 Cartethia is better than S0R1 Chacona. But, of course, Chacona has the added ability of continuing to be a best in slot support plus weapon. So you have a guarantee there. But Yeah, I think S2 Cartethia is a better 2 cost than Chacona S0R1. Like she has one of the best sequences like in the entirety of the game. Like straight up. Like these sequences, are they the highest? Let me look at Zanny. I want to compare them to Zanny here. What is Zanny's jump to S3? Oh wait, actually does it might just have it right here actually. So Zanny's jump to S3 is 56%. Cartethia's is 90 plus percent. Why is Canarella so good for Prolova? Echo skill damage. No. Kem is taking a break from doing calcs today, I believe. So I don't think he's finished Lupa yet. He's gotten like the basis down, but he hasn't finished Lupa calcs because it seems like he might have been getting something wrong because a different TCer had a much different like final damage per rotation number, and he's just taking a break today. So maybe Lupa will be in there like tomorrow or in a few days. Which, to be honest, is good because as far as I've seen, now that I've joined that Discord, Kem is fucking overworking like crazy, bro. uh, Deserves it. Nice, Tanaka. But yeah, these Cartethia sequences, man, it's just I don't even know what the jump is to S6. This is just S3, 93%. Signature is currently better by 35% than EOG. It recently got nerfed a little bit. They removed 5% HP from the weapon. That's it though. S3 Cartethia versus S3 Carlotta. Uh, S3 Cartethia by a noticeable amount. S3 Carlotta is around a 67% increase. Cartethia's is 93%. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to be killing everything with an S3 Carlotta anyways, but yeah. Can I use Sparkle with Saber? I mean, maybe. We don't know what Saber does yet, really. S2 sounds nasty for Cartethia. The thing is, it's not even S2. Like, S2 is a big jump, by the way. It is. Like, S2 is for sure a big jump. But the bigger jump is S3 because of it allowing her to apply air erosion as Florless. So, like, the first S1 isn't anything special. It's like 12%. Then you get a 40% increase to S2 from S0. And then you get 40% more at S3. Like S2 and S3 are almost the exact same value. Oh yeah, Matt. I didn't even post a leak on that shit because it's like like okay, Archer does damage with skills, consumes a lot of skill points. Well, it's not like we already knew this the last few weeks. Yeah, Chad. Let me actually check the Reddit. I haven't checked the leak Reddits. We got more Florida list combos plus clarifications. Ooh. Yup. That helps the S2 quite a bit. So the S2, I believe, gives a 300% increase on Florida List's plunge attack damage. And in this rotation, she does it twice. One, two, and then ult. Or is that 3 times? That might be 3, actually. What is your opinion about the new skins? They look mid. Uh, I mean, I like Carlotta simply because I'm a gooner. But outside of that, um, I don't think they're that crazy. Like, they're good, but they don't have, like, any VFX or anything, but I'm not going to complain at the end of the day. Like, I come from HSR. Brother, oh my god, the skin drought in HSR is insane. The ZZZ Reddit hasn't had a new leak in fucking 3 days, bro. This shit's as dry as the Wua Reddit. Oh yeah, Skirks V3 should be today. I'm pretty sure. Skirk V3 should be today.
Did anything happen?
Water Gun Carlotta would have gone crazy. Yeah, I saw a lot of people hoping for it. Oh yeah, Samus. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Just a little quick stream to talk about a bunch of leaks and stuff. Love y'all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night.